What's up everyone? In this section or in this video, I just wanted to do a wrap up of everything that was covered in section 1 related to your self-development. So if you've completed everything in that section, you should have what I would call your performance philosophy. So the 5 pillars that will help guide your poker journey. So without further ado, let's just look at a quick recap of them. First, we have this idea of purpose that we've explored, so reasons why you play poker. Then we looked at the skills and qualities that you have acquired over time, so what allowed you to succeed, what allowed you to overcome setbacks and failures. Then we looked into your identity statement, so who you are and who you strive to become. Then we discussed values, so we explored what values will guide your actions, or thinking of values as your compass that guides you in the right direction. And then we look into the guiding principles, so the principles that will help guide your journey. And if we put all of this together, like I mentioned, you get your performance philosophy. So think of this as kind of the point A in your journey. And best example for this would be, let's say you were to go on a hike. There's a purpose, there's a reason why you want to go on that hike. So what are those reasons? And this is what gets you at the bottom of the mountain in the first place. This is what gets you started. What's your purpose? What are your reasons why you play poker? And then when we look at the skills, what do you bring with you on that journey, on that hike? You bring your gear, you bring your tools, and those are basically your skills, your qualities that will help you on your journey. And then you have your identity, the person you are and the person you are becoming on your journey. So the journey in and of itself will shape the person you are becoming. So do you want to persevere through obstacles, or do you want to go back home as soon as there's an obstacle on the journey to the top of the mountain? So who do you become on that journey? Also, when you think about the person you are becoming on that journey, it will be dependent on your core values. So what you think of as what you find important. So if you value perseverance, you probably won't give up when you face obstacles, because that's one of your values. And finally, you're going on that journey with a goal, a mission, a vision, and some principles will guide your journey. So no matter what obstacles you face, you will have guiding principles reminding you that this is the way to go. This is the process I need to undertake to get there. So for example, your guiding principle could be focus on the next step you will take. Don't focus on how far you are from the top. So that's basically the same thing as saying focus on the process, surrender the outcome. So if you think about this mountain you're trying to climb, focus on your next step. Don't focus on how far you are from the top. That's a good example. So when you bring all those pillars together, you are best equipped to climb that mountain, to go on that journey. So here, the mountain you're trying to climb is your poker journey, basically. So just to quickly summarize what was said, you know why you want to pursue that journey. So that was your purpose. You brought your tools with you, your skills. You know who you are and who you want to become on that journey. You have your values that will act as a compass whenever you feel lost. And you have your guiding principles that will help with trusting the process whenever times are more difficult or challenging. And just to finish on in general note based on this idea of principles, let's explore some of the principles for self-development based on what we've seen so far. So if we think about your purpose, basically that's the quality and strength of your purpose that will determine your level of motivation and resilience. So the stronger your why, the more motivated and persistent you will be. If we look at identity, what we can take away from this is How you interpret your past experiences will determine how you see yourself. In other words, you choose the meaning of your experiences. By choosing the meaning, you design the person that you become. So, in other words, when you choose the meaning for your experiences, you design the person that you will become. So, when you make a mistake, are you a failure or are you a learner? If we look at the beliefs, whether you believe you can or can't do it, you are right. So think about this for a second. Whether you believe you can or can't do something, you are right. So if you believe you can, you will do whatever it takes to achieve that goal, which most likely you will reach. On the other hand, if you don't believe you can do it, there's little chance that you will make enough effort to actually achieve that thing. Hence the saying, whether you believe you can or you can't do it, you will be right. Finally, your values. If there's something that can be remembered about values, is that when they are clearly identified, they act as a compass to help you make better decisions during your journey. So that's it for this section, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.